Today, we will visit market share reports in Matrix. The first thing we need to do is go to mymetrotex.com. From there, select MLS Login. This will take you to the Netrix portal. Once there, click on Matrix. Go to the top menu. Click on Market Reports. This is how you will access the on-demand market share reports. Your agents will have access to some of these, but the ones you see on the screen are all the reports that you as a broker have access to. Now, the market reports are reports created to allow the agent, broker, and/or offices to track or tally the production or ranking of each. The first one we are going to create today will be the agent market share report. Gives the option for the agent to track production by agent. It will track the individuals using different ways depending on how you use the criteria. Let's go ahead and click on that. Now you will see that it defaults to year to date. However, you can overwrite that. Maybe you want to see the full year for 2023. You can go ahead and pick that. You can go back years if you like. This report allows you to rank by total volume, also by the list side, sell side, total transaction, list side, sell side, list side, average price, or by group. Today, I will stick with total volume. I will also want to see the top 100 ranking agents. If you're wondering where you fall on the ranking, you can put in your MLS ID if you like. If you just want to see the top ranking agents for an office, you can go ahead and put that as well. For the state, you will see that it shows Louisiana. Do not worry, that is because Louisiana is part of our Netrix. However, you can go ahead and exit that out. That way, you only get data in Texas if you like. Property type, you can see that you can select all the property types in Matrix. If you want to pick just one, just go ahead and click on it. If you would like to just pick some, maybe you want to see residential sell, residential income, go ahead and hold down the control key. If you have a Mac, it will be the command key. You could do the same for sub-property type. This time I'm going to leave it as is, so the report will take into consideration all of the sub-property types. Go ahead and generate report. Now that we see the agent market share report, we can see that yes, indeed, it's producing by the year to date because we left it that way. It has also given us the order by total volume. It's given us the top 100 agents, and the criteria that we used was residential and in Texas. Now we can see that the top ranking agent number sold, it says 5,048. Number two, it says 0. However, this report is giving us the sell side, the list side, and at the end we see both sides. When we see add agent number two, we do see that agent number two had number listed. It says 3,591. Therefore, when we go to total side column right here, it does show that indeed ranking agent number one is at the top, and then ranking agent number two had 3,591. Okay. We scroll down, we can see that indeed this report gave us the top 100 agents. On the agent information, you will see the name and the MLS ID of each agent. Up next, we will visit the office market share report. This works the same as the agent market share report. It's just going to be for offices. So let's take a look at this. Once again, it defaults to year to date. I'll leave it as is. You can rank them by, again, total volume, list side, sell side, total transaction, sell side, list side, average price, or by group. This time I'm going to say that I want to see the top 25. I'm going to exit out Louisiana, because for right now, I just want to see the top 25 offices in Texas. I will also, to keep it the same, say the property type residential. Go ahead and generate report. Now we see that reports, it looks very similar to the previous one we just did, but this time we see that it's produced it for offices. Now we have the office name and ID. We also have the sell side, list side, or both sides. And once again, we see this numbers sold, the listed side, and both sides together. Now this time, because we said we wanted to see the top 25, we only see the top 25 offices. The last page will show you the criteria. We selected Texas and residential. The next one we are going to create will be the agent production and inventory report. This is for an individual. So if you, even though you are the broker, this will give you just your production and inventory. Your agents, it will give their own production and inventory. Let's go ahead and click on that. This one is very simple. As you can see, you do not need to put in your MLS ID. You can just select the dates. Once again, you can overwrite that. When you're ready, go ahead and click Generate Report. Now we see that this agent production and inventory report, it does give the year to date. I have an example here for you. You will see your own name and MLS ID. Now the production side, let's take a moment to look at that. Now the total sold entire MLS shows the total number of sales recorded on the MLS during this time period. The listed sold, the specified agent represented both sides of the sale. Listed in-house sold. The agent listed the property and another agent in their office represented the buyer. Listed co-op sold. The agent listed the property and an agent from a different office represented the buyer. Listed in-house sold. The specified agent represented the buyer and another agent in their office listed the property. Co-op listed, sold. The agent represented the buyer and the agent from a different office listed the property. Co-list, co-sold. The agent either co-list or co-selling agent or both was the co-listed and co-selling agent. Towards the bottom here, we see the inventory summary, and then we see the detail summary of the inventory. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more. Let's take a look at the production inventory report, but for the broker, the one that says the broker production and inventory report. Now this one will be similar to the one we just produced. Remember, the agent one will be for yourself. The broker production report allows you to create a report for any agent. So this will give you a great tool to help you what has been done over time. Let's go ahead and click on that. Once again, default to those dates, but you could change that. All you need to do is go ahead and enter the agent's MLS ID. Now you could go ahead and put an MLS office, but that is going to still require for you to put the MLS ID of the agent you're trying to produce this report for. Now, if you put the MLS ID, you do not need to put the office if you don't need to. Go ahead and generate that report. And now we see that it did produce an agent production and inventory report. However, this is not yours. This is that specific agent that we put here. We also see the production section information, the same that you saw on your side, the production detail as well. You will see, and you will also see, give me one moment, this agent had a lot of production. You will see that it will give you the summary details. Now, this agent had a lot of production here, but it will give you the summary detail of each as well. I am going to give you one more report, and that is the agent market share broker only. Now, this one creates similar to the agent share report, but I wanted to show you how you can use it for your office, or maybe you have multiple offices as well. Let's go ahead and click on that. For instance, you have the start date. We're going to leave it as is. You have the same ranking selections. Going to go ahead and say, let's do total volume, 25. So let's say you have an office or multiple offices and you want to see the top selling agents in your office. You can just simply put in your office ID, okay? And if you want to see only the residential or you want to see everything, leave it as is. The same thing for the subproperty type. Let's stick with the same theme and say residential this time. Generate report. Now we see an agent share market share report. However, this one is specific to that office. In this case, we're talking about, let's say, your office here. So now you see the top ranking agents for your office, the MLS, the agent ID, the agent name. You see it from the sales side, the list side, and both sides. Now you can do it maybe if you have more than one office, you can do one for each office and see who your top ranking agents are. I hope that this helped you. And please don't hesitate to reach out to our MLS department if you need assistance.